everybody, I'm Anna with Bluma, and this is your cardio bar on demand class. Let's go ahead and get started right away. If you want to use the music playlist that I've prepared for class, you can find it on Bluma's Spotify account, and it's called AnnaBar_2021.02. So just make sure you have shuffle turned off, and I'll say 1, 2, 3, play. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, play. All right. So let's start on a goddess squat today. What you'll need for class is a light set of weights, a chair, and some water. That's it. And we're going to start with the weights set on the floor in front of us. We're going to start without them and we'll grab them in just a minute. So feet wide apart, heels in, toes out. Let's start with those goddess squats. Come full range, down, hand up. We can do our little snow angel arms here to get started. You want your knees tracking over your ankles and behind your toes here. Belly button is pushing in toward your spine, little tiny tuck of your pelvis, making one long line down your back side. Good. We're gonna add on here a side bend at the top, so you can keep arms overhead and sort of ballet arms the whole time, or come down to a T, palms facing the floor, each time you come down into your squat. Good. Breathe. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you come up to stand. Working our obliques here as we move side to side. Side bend at the top. Maybe keep a little slight bend in your knees even as you're coming up to stand. Avoid locking out the knees. Good. We're going to add on here, adding a toe tap at the top, taking out the side bend on my cue. Into, here's last one, each side. Make it a toe tap at the top. So less of an arc in your side body here, but you still are moving a little side to side at the top. Tapping the toe with intention onto your mat, firing on your glute and your inner thigh, making it really intentional movement. Good. Breathe. Warming things up, getting ready for this intense bar workout. Let's take 4 more. 3. Last 2. Here's our last one. We take a reach across the body. So whichever toe is tapping, that's the arm that's reaching all the way to the side of the room. Your gaze follows your hand. It's a twisting motion. If you have baby on board, maybe you want to take this diagonally to the corners of the room rather than a bigger twist. You do what's right for you throughout this entire workout. Take breaks when you need them. Take the modifications that are calling you today. We're here for 4 more, 3 more. Last 2, sit low in your goddess right here. So maybe adjust your stance a little bit, grab your weights as you get down, then take your weights to your heart center. Let's start with a little pulse here. So again, heels in, toes out. Take any unnatural sway out of your low back, little tuck of that pelvis, fire on your glutes, pulsing down, down. Get low, even lower. Breathe. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Arms come out to a T. Flip your palms to face the wall behind you. Take your knees wide, 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 and wide. Whew. As you release here, I want you to keep the knees wide the whole time. Don't let them cave in toward your center line. Keep them wide and just think even wider, wider. Good. You've got it. For another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We squat full range. Into and 1. Here we go. As you come up to stand, arms come out to a T. Hands at heart center as you get low in your squat. Good. Those moves that we just did here in our goddess with our weights, we're going to repeat now. The difference this time is going to be a little tiny lift of our heels challenging our balance, working our muscles a little differently second time through. We go there in 4, hold low in 3, last 2, here's 1, now we hold low. Now take that little tiny lift underneath your heels. You can barely see it on the screen. It's just as if you're taking a little stack of papers and sliding them under the heels. It's not much. From there, we're pulsing down. All right, you know what's coming next. We pulse down, then our knees go wide. Then we go full range. Pulse it down for another 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2. Take your arms wide, palms face back, knees go wide, pulse your arms back with your knees, pulse wide, wider. It's a small movement. You may even barely see your legs move if you take a look down. That's okay, you should still be feeling it. If at any time this balance challenge is too much, put your heels down on the ground, relax them. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4. Oh, we go full range, in 2, and 1. This time push forward as you get low. Arms come out to a T as you come up to stand. Good. Are we warm? I think we're just about ready to come to the bar. Good. Breathe in and out. Little smile on your face. 8 more. 7. We hold low in 6. Here's 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Hold low. Heels come down to the mat. Feet are flat. Take your arms behind you so they're long. Palms face your thighs. Palms are behind your thighs. Okay, side to side, tick-tock. Maybe come up out of this goddess squat a little bit or a little deeper. This is our last push right here. Then we're moving on to the bar. We're almost done with this goddess set. We've had a little beat change if you're following on the playlist. We're here for 4 more, 3 more. Last 2, hold to the right and pulse it low, low to the right. Really using your left oblique here. Get low. 4, 8, 7, back to alternating sides. 4 more, 3, last 2, and 1. Alternate, tick-tock. Woo. We're gonna pulse on the left, then we're gonna straighten out our legs. It's gonna feel so good. We hold on the left in 2, last 1, hold it down, pulse to the left. You've got it, this is it. This is all you need to do before you get to come up, shake out those legs, and we're gonna ditch one of these weights. Pull our chair in. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stand, good. Toe heel your feet together, drop one weight. Maybe grab a sip of water, and then we're gonna use our chair. So we'll use the back of the tall part of your chair as our bar. We want that on our left side. We'll have our weight in our right side. And we're gonna start with another set of goddess, a little different. First position is where we'll begin. So your legs are zipped up through the inner line, heels in, toes out. From there, we'll step wide to a goddess and come back to stand. So you can take your arm up in a lateral raise and then bring your palm down to your side as you step in to your first position. Good, keeping that heart rate moving. Really using our inner thighs here to pull the legs together as you come to stand. Your option here is to keep the foot floating on the stand rather than pressing your foot in, and rather than pressing your foot down to the mat. You can keep it floating on your stand. Think about flexing that foot as you walk it into your first position. Good. Take your arm overhead and out to a T. Overhead each time you get low. From here, we're gonna add on with the arm making it a 180-degree movement with your arm. Arm comes all the way down behind your right thigh or booty, all the way up, all the way down. Good, just 4 more here. We switch to a toe tap into last one. So we got a squat, toe tap. We can do a one-sided overhead press here. Goal posting the arm as we get low in our squat, then reaching up overhead. Good. Just 8 more right here. 7, 6. We lift the right leg on our stand. In 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Get low, arm and leg meet in the center as you stand. Good. We're gonna hold that leg high, transition to a standing crunch, right knee to right elbow on my cue. 8 more right here, hold high in 7, 6 more, 5, 4, 3, last 2, hold up high. If you're finding that you're leaning over your bar, or really putting a lot of weight in your bar, I want you to adjust. You wanna keep your head over your rooted standing foot. Right arm is up overhead, elbow to knee. So another thing that you can do is take your lifted leg and bring it down a little bit more. It doesn't need to be way up here. The higher you lift it, the more likely you are to be leaning over. So maybe take it lower. Exhaling all the air out of your lungs each time you bring elbow and knee to meet. Hover your toe off the mat as you release. Good. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take your weight, put it behind your right knee, face your bar. So your option here, you can have both hands on the back of your chair, or you can turn your chair to the side, put your right hand on the seat of the chair and your left hand on the back of the chair. Sometimes that feels better. As you can see, the difference is it's more of a hinge. I'm closer to a tabletop position with that option, whereas in this option, I'm standing up. Obviously, if you're wearing baby today, the more upright position probably makes more sense, but it may feel better on your low back to take that lower option. So we're just pulsing the right leg up and back. You're flexing your right foot and moving it at a diagonal behind your body. Don't forget about your core here. So really think about firing on your glutes, maybe even put a hand to your abs. Do you feel them engaging? Close up your rib cage. Think about belly button to spine. Your moving leg, I want you to take a look down and make sure that as you're releasing it, your knee is not doing this, not swinging in front of your standing leg, but rather stopping in line with your standing leg. All right, we've got this. Just for 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold the right leg up, little bend into your left leg. So it's a one-legged squat, grounding down in our left foot, squeezing that weight behind our right knee the whole time. Get low, stand tall. Good. As you stand up straight, keep a little teeny tiny bend in the left leg, just so we're not completely locking it out. Keeping everything, all those joints nice and easy. There we go. 8 more. We've got it. 7, 6, 5, 4. We make it a combo into and 1. So as we pulse low, we kick. As we get low in our squat, we kick the lifted leg up and back at that diagonal. Good. Might take a minute to get that coordination down. You can do it. Oh my goodness, the standing glute is talking to me. I hope you're feeling it too. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, last 2, and 1. You can stay low in your left leg or make it taller. I want you to focus on pulsing your lifted right leg up and back. It's a small movement now, not full range. Lighten your grip on your bar, wiggle your fingers, maybe even take your hands onto your hips. Close your hips here, so rather than letting yourself open up to the side, you want both hip points facing toward your bar. Lift, lift, it's small. Your foot is flexed. You're breathing. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, take that weight out. Oh, we're gonna have the bar on our left again, so maybe adjust if you need to. I want a little space behind you. We're moving into a split lunge series. So right leg is moving, bicep curl as you step into your lunge, and then come to stand, release hand down by your side. I'm gonna turn just to give you a side view. So in your split lunge, you want both hip points facing in the same direction. If you draw a line from one hip point to the other with your hand should be moving in one even plane. You're aiming for a 90-degree bend in your front leg, a 90-degree bend in your back knee as well, getting your back knee really low to the ground. If you take a look down, you should be able to see your front knee stays behind your toes the whole time. Knee tracks over the ankle. Don't forget that bicep curl. Imagine you're moving through molasses. It's slow and controlled on the way up and on the way down. As you release your bicep curl, I want your palm to stop or your fist to stop in line with your right thigh. Avoid swinging the weight behind your body. We don't want momentum to take over here. Good. All right, we're adding on from here. We're gonna add a knee drive. As we stand up, our right knee comes in toward our chest, into, last one, adding on. Lunge, knee up, lunge, knee up. Good. From here, we're adding on once more. We'll take our leg forward to a kick. You can make it a flick kick or a straight leg kick. Hunch your right arm out forward with your right leg. We move there in 2. Last one, here we go. Punch it. Whoo! So you can come back to that bicep curl in your low point. And then your palm stays lifted the whole time as you punch forward. Right arm and right foot. Good. Let this feel good. You're doing something so good for your mind and your body. Let's take 4 more right here. Last 3, we're gonna hold low and pulse into, here's 1, hold it low and pulse. Drop that weight at any time. We're pulsing down. You can also take your left hand away from the bar if you're confident with that. Balance-wise, if you wanna take the challenge, you can always put your hand back. The bar is there. Pulse for 4, 3, hold low in 2, and 1. Take your knees in. Knees come in toward your center line, working your inner thighs, pulse in. So just like we talked about earlier when we were taking knees wide, as you release, you come back to your starting point. You don't want your knees splaying the other direction. Right now, we're just focusing on it in, and then back to where you started, knees in line with your hip points. Here we go. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, 3, 2, come to stand. Feet stay where they are. We're moving full range. Split lunge and up to stand with our stagger stance. Feet are glued to the ground. We get low and tall. Here we go. You know we're gonna drop down and pulse again, right? Just 8 more right here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, get low in 2, and 1, hold low. From here, find your low point. We're pulsing up, up, and up. So it's a 1 or 2 inch movement up instead of down. Instead of getting your back knee even closer to the floor, we're taking it just an inch or 2 up off the floor, then coming back to our low point. I know it burns. We can do this. Just for 4, 3, hold low in 2, and 1, pulse the knees together, in, and in, just for 8, 7, 6, 5, here's 4, 3, 2, hold it low. We're pulsing down, launch to airplane. If you have baby today, if you have a live baby that you're wearing in a carrier, you may not want to take airplane pose. You just keep your body upright and you make it a little kick behind you. If you can make that airplane, you can even add a tricep kick back here. So you're hinging at the hips, getting about a 90-degree angle there at your hip as you launch up into your airplane pose. I want you to think about keeping your hips in that even line the whole time, rather than opening up your right hip to the side as you launch tall. 4 more right here. Here's 3. Last 2. Get low and hold it right here. Take your front heel up and down, up and down. Maybe a bicep curl with it. The beat is fast. If you're using the music, it's up, 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 up. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Hold your heel high in 2 and 1. Hold it high. Pulse your body down. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We got this. 3. Last 2. Hold it. Take your hand away from the bar. Hands can come to heart center or to your hips or overhead. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on up. Shake it out. Woo! Let's step away from the bar for a moment and grab your second weight. So we've got both weights in hand. We're going to come back and do that all on the other side. But first, let's get in a set of arms. So let's take arms wide. Take a little step across your mat. Step touch with your feet. Arm circles with your arms. Arms out at a T, palms facing down to start. Catch your breath. Take a moment here to maybe set your intention for class or for your day. Why are you here? What are you striving for today? At the end of the day, when you're recounting everything that happened, what needs to happen for it to be a good day in your mind? Flip your palms up, circle the other direction. Keep step touch side to side. Good. Maybe make it a little bigger. Bigger step, a little faster step. We're here just for 8, 7, 6, 5 more. 4, keep your arms up tall. 3, last 2, and 1. Good. Take your arms in and out so your fists come into your shoulders. Then take your arms back out to a T. We're going to add a balance challenge here. So let's start on our left leg. Take the sole of your right foot in toward your left calf. Balance right there. Option, you can straighten and bend your leg with your arms. Open, close, straighten and bend. Little micro bend in your left leg here. We're switching to the other side in 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Switch to the other side. Little tree pose, find your balance. Once you feel nice and rooted in your right leg, take your left leg out with your hands, out and in, pointing your foot, take it out, in, out, in. We're here for 8, 7, 6, come to a wide stance. Here's 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Come to that wide stance. Feet are parallel, okay, so all 10 toes face the front. Goal post, overhead press. Arms come down to that goal post as you get low. I want you to think about butt coming back and down as you sit low here. Avoid letting your booty stick out. Think about that little arch in your low back. When your booty sticks out, we want to avoid that. Tuck your booty little under. Get low, push high. We're here for 4 more. Last 3, arms come to your heart center right here. Take arms to heart center, feet hip width distance apart. Now step them wide, wide together, together, wide, wide together, together. Good. Can you make it a little faster? Wide together, wide together. Keep them wide, make it fast feet. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make it a hinge squat, tricep kickbacks. So you're getting a little lower in your squat each time you extend your arms behind you. Keep your biceps pinned in at your sides. As you release, I want you to keep your arms from swinging all the way forward toward your armpits and rather stop them when you get to about that 90-degree bend at your elbow. Your palms are facing in toward one another. Your arms are so straight, long and strong as you lift them up behind you. You're pressing your palms in toward one another, squishing your chest, your rib cage with your biceps each time you straighten your arms. Let's take 4 more right here. 3, last 2. Hold your arms high, tuck that pelvis, belly button is pushing toward your core, lift your arms straight up, up, up. So maybe you want to adjust your stance here a little bit, take your feet hip width distance apart, check that your core is firing on here, protecting your low back. Always an option, you can change the stance. Maybe you want to come to a crescent lunge, maybe that feels better for you. Good, pulsing up. For another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your palms in, pressing your arms closer together. And as you release, not letting them come wide, just coming back to where you started. Pulsing in, in. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Make it a combo. Take it up and in, up and in. This is how we end. You've got it. Drop the weights at any time. We're here just for another 8. Here's 4 more. 3, last 2. Can you just hold them? Just hold them up. That's all you gotta do. Hold them up straight behind you. We're here for 8. Long neck. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Woo! Shake out those arms. Take some shoulder rolls, one direction, then the other. Drop one weight. Maybe grab a sip of water. We're heading back through that sequence we did with the bar on our left. We're gonna do it with the bar on our right. So move your bar around here. So we'll start with stepping out to our goddess pose and zipping into first position. In first position, heels in, toes out. Your heels come together to touch. You're zipping your inner thighs into touch as well. You can play around with what you do with your arm here. Maybe your arm needs a little rest. You want to keep your hand at heart center. Maybe you want to just keep it straight out at a T, or maybe you're bringing it overhead as you come to stand. Lots of options, no wrong choice. Good. Remember, flexing your left foot as you draw in to meet your right leg. Option, keep your left foot hovering off the ground as you come to stand, rather than planting it in your first position feet. Good. 8 more. 7, 6, 5. Arm moves a little wider. As you come low, your arm comes all the way down behind your left thigh and then lifts overhead on the stand. I'm using very light weights. I think these are a pound, maybe a pound and a half. So if you have something heavier and this feels out of control, by all means, drop the weight or adjust the arm movement. We're here for 4 more. We make it a toe tap, in 2, and 1. Get low, toe tap. Get low, toe tap. You can take arm to a T and bring it overhead on stand. If you're finding that you're putting weight into that bar, you're leaning maybe a little bit aggressively over and it starts to feel like momentum is pulling you, pull it back in line, find some control. Maybe take your hand to your hip, away from the bar. Come back to your breath here. We're here for 4, 3, last 2. We're lifting our left leg as we come up to stand. So we're gonna bring the arm and leg to meet at center. If your shoulder's burning, you can bring hand to heart center. as you get low in your squat, or you can bring it overhead. Good. 4 more. Hold your leg up high, into, hold it up right there. Find your balance, put less weight into the bar. Elbow to knee crunch, standing crunch. All right, little micro bend in your standing leg. Hovering your right foot off the ground. From here, we get to move to that glute and hamstring series. So remember your options. What did you do the first time? Did you use the high back of the chair? Or did you turn your chair to the side? I'm gonna follow the same thing second time around. 4 more here, 3 more, last 2, and 1, good. You're gonna take that weight and put it behind your left knee. Turn to face the bar, choose your option with how you wanna use that bar. Now flexing your left foot, lifting it at a diagonal behind you, up, 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 and up. Each time you release, you wanna stop your knee in line with your standing knee rather than letting it swing forward. Yes. We are gonna stretch, have a nice hot shower, and feel super good after this intense cardio bar workout. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One-legged squat, getting low and tall in our right leg. Really nice and low. And then stand up straight. Good. Hips are square. Core is on fire. Light grip on the bar. Maybe you just open up your palms. That helps sometimes. We're here for 8 more. We make it a combo in 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Here we go. As you get low in your right leg, you press your left foot up behind you at that diagonal. We get through this little set, then we hold our left leg high and pulse it at the top. 8 more right here. 7, 6, 5, 4. This is it. Last 2 and 1. Find a point of comfort in your rooted leg. Little micro bend there. Now pulse, pulse, up, up with your left foot. Pulse it a little higher. Avoid opening up to the side. Pull your hips in line. Breathe. You can do it. This is the end. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Drop it down. Woo! Should we take a quick figure 4? Let's do it. Let's take figure 4 on each side. Then we'll move to the split lunges. So it doesn't matter. Ankle over thigh, either side. We're gonna do both sides right here. Sit really nice and low. Top leg, flexing that foot. Maybe put a little pressure on that knee. Push it a little closer to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, get a little deeper. Maybe hinge a little more at the hips. Let a little more of the weight from your torso fall over your lifted leg, intensifying the stretch. Inhale, exhale. Come on up, swap it out. Take the other side. If you need a bigger stretch or more of a rest, by all means, pause the video. That's the beauty of on demand. You're not gonna miss anything. If you take a little me time right now, join me when you're ready. Inhale, exhale, once more, inhale. Come up to stand, bars on your right, weight is in your left hand. Bicep curl with your split lunge. Stepping your left foot back into the split lunge. Coming up to stand. Thinking 90 degrees in both knees. Thinking core is tight. Pelvis is tucked under just a bit. Arm is moving through molasses. Resistance on the way up, resistance on the way down. Each time you release your hand down to your side, it stops at your side rather than swinging behind. We add on from here. First move, knee comes up to your chest. We go there in 2 and 1. Here we go. Left knee comes up to your chest on the stand. Breathe. Each time you lift that knee up, you're exhaling all the air out of your lungs. Sharp exhale. You can hear it. You've got it. From here, it's a flip kick or a straight leg lift on the stand. Into last one. Add an arm punch. You can flick in your knee or just lift a straight leg. Come back to that bicep curl position as you get low in your split lunge. Oh boy, we gotta get low and hold and take some pulses in our split lunge. We're headed there next. 4 more. Last 3. Here's 2. Now, hold low. You can take that weight onto the floor. You can hold onto it with both hands or just keep it in one hand. If you are keeping a hand on the bar, make sure it's a light grip. Pulse down. Back knee gets a little closer to the ground with each pulse. Check your alignment here. Check that your right knee is tracking over your right ankle and behind your right toes. If it's creeping over in front of your toes, you can't see your toes, that's not what we want. So get a little more space between your legs. If that's you, we're pulsing down, down. Take it low, low. 4, 4, 3. Hold low in 2 and 1. Knees come in toward your center line. In and in. Think inner thighs are pushing in toward one another. In, and in. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5. Last 4, 3, 2. Feet stay where they are. Get low and get tall. All the way down, all the way up. Full range. Split lunge to stagger stance. Down and up. Feet don't move. This is a nice little breather before we sit low in our pulses once again. In 4, 3. Last 2. Here's 1. We get really low. Drop that back knee a little lower. From there, pulse it up. Up. Just 2 inches. Up and right back down. Take it. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Knees come in to the center line. In, and in. From here, we're moving to those airplanes. In 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2 and 1. Pulse down. Launch to your airplane. Hinging about 90 degrees at the hips as we launch up to your airplane pose. Keep those hips square. Avoid opening up to the side. I'm showing what not to do. Okay, we're gonna keep those hip points in line the whole time. That means as you come up into your airplane pose, your back knee faces down toward the ground. You can point your left foot as you launch up. 1 more set, pulsing low in the split lunge, and we're shaking this out. Last 2. And 1, hold low when you get back to your split lunge. Hold right there, lift and lower your front heel. Take it up, 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 up. Lift, lift, up, and up. Just for 4, 3, 2. Hold it high, pulse down, down. Your right heel is lifted. Your back knee is pulsing down, down. Light grip on the bar, just for 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Static hold just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Come on up. Shake it out. We're gonna move that bar out of the way. We're gonna drop that weight. Grab a sip of water. We're moving into a cardio burst. Okay, if you're like, cardio burst, my heart rate is way high right now. Take the modifications that I'm showing that are lower impact. So to start here, it's a step and a reach. Reach overhead. Okay, this is a great place to be. Standing around, sipping water, also a great place to be. You do you. This is your workout and your time. If you want the amped up version, it's a jumping jack right here. Yep, just 8 more. 5, 3, 2, 1. Wide stance butt kicks. Arms reach and pull. Great option right here. If you're ready to take it up a notch, you're making it a run. So your stance gets a little closer. You've got running arms. in your butt with those heels. We're getting really close to it. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Wide stance. Lateral lunges, start side to side. So in our lateral lunges, just like pretty much all the other lunges, you want your knees behind your toes, side to side. Good. 4 more. 3 more. You want to take it up a notch, add a hop, 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 just for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Let's grab those weights. Do a little set of deadlifts. So grab those weights, palms face the top of your thighs. Feet are planted hip width distance apart. Take a deep breath in, inhale, exhale, palms in front of your thighs. Now trace your legs down to the ground and back up, hinging at the hips here, keeping however much bend in your legs you need for this to feel good in your body. You want one long line from your butt to the crown of your head. That means your neck is long. That means you're protecting your low back. You're keeping your core engaged the whole time. From here, we're gonna add on. When we get to the top, it's a squat. It's a deadlift ending in a squat. So you're reaching down in your deadlift, then your arms come up to your chest as you come into your squat. You can stay right here. If you want to add on one more thing, you're going to make it a one-legged squat. So you're going to take your right leg, your right knee up in the squat, and then your left knee up in the squat next time you come through it. It's a little bit of an awkward movement. Get in a little more for our abs right here, even while we're standing. Good. Even it out with those knees, so alternating sides. Let's take 4 more on each side. Here's 3. Got it. Last 2, taking our hands to the ground next. After our last set, okay, get down for your deadlift, keep your hands there. Now bend your knees any amount so that you can comfortably plant your hands on the floor. You can keep them in your weights, or maybe you ditch your weights, maybe you tent your hands with your fingertips. From there, we're grounding down into our right foot. We're lifting our left foot behind us. Make it a little curtsy. So you're crossing your inner thighs. We're pulsing down, down, and down. Get low, one-legged squat with our curtsy legs. Fingertips or weights or palms grounded into your mat. We're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Plant your feet. Step low, reach high. Touch low, reach high. Full range squat. Down and up for 4. Last 2. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Crossing right foot behind left this time, or right thigh behind left this time rather. Pulsing low, one-legged squat. You've got it. Stay right here, just for 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Come all the way down to a seat. You can keep your weights if you want them for C curve, or ditch them off to the side. Maybe keep them for now and ditch them partway through. So maybe pull a little flesh out of the way so you can really ground down into your seat. Feet are planted, knees are up. From there, we're thinking about our C curve. So that low back is pulling down at a diagonal, right like this, toward the mat space behind you. In traditional crunches, you feel the abs working as you lift head, neck, chest up off the mat. Here, we're feeling the work as we push our low back down toward the mat. So imagine someone's coming up to you, they're punching you right in the belly button, and you're just, kind of caving in. Ow, that hurts. That's kind of your reaction that you would imagine in that scenario is what this movement is like. Another way to think about it is as if someone has tied a rope around your waist, they've knotted it right here on your low spine, and now they're pulling it toward the mat behind you. Get low. We're adding on some arms, punching forward across your body.
Each time your low back gets low to the ground, you're punching the arm forward, forward. Yes, you can do it. It's a long set of C curve, but you've got it in you. I know you do. Let's take 4 more. Here's 3. Last 2. Keep your arms in a front raise. Lift your palms to the sky. Pulse your arms up, up as you contract with your abs. So each time your low back gets low to the mat behind you, your palms lift up toward the sky. Lift and lower. Lift and push your abs. 8, 7, 6, 5. Here's 4, 3, 2. Take palms to face one another. You pulse palms toward one another. As you move in that C curve, we're not changing anything with our abs. We're just changing what we do with our arms. That's it. Take 8 more. 5. Take your palms to face out. So you're now pushing your palms away from one another. This is it. We're finishing out this set of C curve and we are stretching and class is over. We're here for 8. Just 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Take your arms overhead. Hold right there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your weights if you have them. Take your knees close to your chest. Take a little roll forward and back. And then roll all the way into your downward facing dog. Planting your palms, paddling out your feet, getting heel closer to the mat each time you paddle it out here. Inhale, exhale. Let this feel good. Inhale, your right leg comes high, 3-legged dog. Plant your right foot between your hands for a low lunge. Take a moment to settle into your low lunge. Then as you're ready, drop your back knee, capture the foot with your right hand, quad stretch. So think about your direction of energy and momentum here is someone pulling the middle of your bra or right from the center of your chest straight forward. That's your direction of motion. One long line from your back knee to the crown of your head. Neck is long. Inhale. Exhale, release to half splits pose, flexing your front foot. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, drop the torso a little lower. Exhale, melt your body closer to the ground. Inhale, come forward to your low lunge, lifting the back knee. Switch to surfer's pose. You can keep your right heel rooted or let it come up off the ground. Then just pivot to surfer's pose on the other side, walking through middle. From there, we're gonna move right into our second side. So low lunge on the other side. Settle into the pose, maybe take a little rock. As you're ready, drop your right knee, capture your right foot with your left hand, quad stretch. As you're ready, release your foot, half splits pose, flexing your left foot. Melting a little deeper here. And as you're ready, I want you to come to a comfortable seat. I'm gonna cue us into fire log pose. So it's similar to a cross-legged pose, kindergarten style seating, right? But you wanna have an ankle on top of the opposite knee area, and the other ankle is under the other knee. So you have your calves, one straight on top of the other in 2 straight lines, one on top of the other. So it's as if they're fire logs stacked. Now from there, I like to put a little pressure on my top knee, kind of moving that knee in the direction of the foot underneath it. Take a little hinge at the hips with a straight torso, tightening up that angle between my lap and my low back. This is a really intense stretch. Don't push it. Find a place that feels just a little bit uncomfortable, but not painful. Stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, our last move of class here will be just switching that out to have the opposite leg on top. Once again here, check to see that your shins are in complete alignment with one another. Both feet are flexed. Your torso is really nice and long. You're putting a little weight in the top knee, pushing it down a bit, and then hinging at the hips, coming forward and down with your chest to intensify the stretch. We'll end class right here in this lovely little stretch, or if you've had enough, you can come to any comfortable seated posture. Take a moment of gratitude. We are all so lucky to be here. Thank you for finding this time in your day and doing something so good for your mind and your body. I hope you enjoyed class, and I wish you health and joy today and every day. Thank you.